The thin line that separates your shadows from my soul. As these walls begin to fold, head lost in the silence, cold stars illuminate the secret.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Talent League R6 with a matchup today of Agents of Gossip with Teams Guardians Alpha. I am your host and caster, Velocity, and I'm joined by my co-caster, B. How are we doing tonight, B?
Hi, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Quite looking forward to these games. I mean, it's a pretty exciting one. Oregon, never seen that map before in competitive play, especially not,
Never.
Never in Talent League. It's the first time I think this season we've played Oregon.
Most
Sarcasm.
definitely.
But honestly, I'm pretty excited for it. Oregon is quite a fun map to cast. I'll be honest with you. I do love a bit of aggression. I do love a bit of strategy, and Oregon does serve both of those kind of sides, as well as like the teams you're looking at right now are very close together on the standings right now. If we do take a look, I mean, we got
it's a point difference, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, we got Gosdep on 7th place.
2 points.
Yeah, and Alpha on 8th place. So right now they will be fighting for the position, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a pretty big game for both these teams, you know, making their way up, and you know, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but perfectly well said. I mean, that it is a point difference, and they are going to be battling for the position. But nonetheless, let's not worry too much about the positions now when the game is about to become underway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So game underway then. First round, we see Guardians Alpha. First side. Guardians Alpha is on the attack, and Agents are on the defense. Took me a while there. Anyway, during the ban phase, and let's have a look at the team stats. Let's go on to Agents of Gossip. So they have I'm going to butcher these names, but Geico, Dines, Django, Taules, and oh my god, I can't even say that name. And on the side of Guardians Alpha, we have Panda Nyon. I don't think that's how you say it. Okay, you know, I'm going to scrap. I'm scrapping the names.
Well, let's talk about the bans. Maybe first up on the side of AOG, we have got the Flores ban coming through. Very useful ban on Oregon, with all the drone holes being very strategically placed on every single bloody breach on this map. You know, very useful. It's also very useful to flush out the smoke that typically plays at elbow on every single game I've ever seen. So very big ban for the side of AOG, and Thatcher coming out as well, very standard. I mean, I don't like a Thatcher ban. I think it's very useless, especially with his changes. Like, it's been here for so long now, he's not that useful, but here we are with the Thatcher ban regardless. The Clash come through. Clearly they have some unsolved trauma coming in, but I have played a Clash in Oregon recently, and it was absolutely terrifying, so I understand. The Jaeger ban's actually quite interesting. That's something you don't see very frequently, if in my experience at least. But Jaeger being a very strong pick on Oregon, he is the most useful operator to kind of hold these positions. So
yeah, well, we are going to be going to Kids Dorm, top floor on Oregon first, as we would expect. Seeing a Azami, Wamai, Valkyrie, Pulse, and Cade in play here. So it's going to look just pretty default, I'd say. No shield though. No shield going in trophy, which is a bit of a strange one.
I mean, they got the utility and stuff anyway, so I'm sure
yeah,
it'll be okay.
They do have the Azami barriers.
Honestly, I'm not really sure what to expect for this one. We have got a lot of intel coming up from the side of the defense, so we have got the Pulse and the Valkyrie, which we know can provide so much useful information for the side of the defense. And I'm going to assume we're going to get the Pulse playing below and the Valkyrie playing for the C4s, things like that. We've got the 3 C4s on board, the 4 impacts. I'm not really expecting, the shield play wouldn't really work with this, to be honest. I think they are going to be playing a bit more of a off-site kind of strategy, just judging off these operator picks here. But the attacker Mr. picks as well, but are pretty standard. I mean, we got there's nothing really to talk about. It's Oregon, the attack picks are almost always identical, so...
Exactly.
But it just appears we go for a bit of a split push here. We do see the Ayana go on Tower's side, and then the rest of the team, I believe, all pushing onto the main bedroom region.
Yeah, well, and obviously we then did see Capital, who was on the armory window, and he was droning, and once again we now see Habana droning down the sort of armory stairs, or the main stairs now into the classroom, maybe looking to push into armory, maybe looking to just try and establish that map control as fast as possible. But AOG being not as spread out as what would usually be Playday. You know, they're kind of giving up a lot of map control. They've not really got anyone in. They've got no one in trophy, no one in armory, no one any sort of no one really that side of the map.
It is interesting since they have the Flores and patch it off the board. So you would predict maybe someone would be down in class and stopping the Ash or the Zofia to be able to get the breaches off the wall, but not a single person trying to contest that, which is very predictable play here. And to just let them take that wall despite making the bans to try and up that. But either way, we do get the main breach. Oh, do we get it open?
Ooh, do we?
Yeah, a little bit of a trick there, but I guess to no success as they do manage to get that main breach open. I mean, they definitely have a lot of map control already here. The defense side didn't really have much of a hold. But we still have a 5v5 with a minute left on the board. This is like the longest round I've seen in a long time.
Well, Guardian's Alpha looking definitely to establish this early map control, or not really early anymore, but is much map control as physically possible, given the time they have left. And obviously, as we see here, every single player on the side of AOG is on site or slightly adjacent to site. There's no one overstretching, no one sort of overplaying, other than Pulse, who has come out absolutely nowhere below with a C4 there, with trying to C4 below, but it does not matter. Zofia finds herself taken down, but also does Cade, and now the Azami as well from the Ayana.
Wait, we've got 30 seconds left on the board. They're going to have to start playing quickly if they want to try and pull anything off here. I mean, the Habana is hasn't been contested on the defensive side. Really, really looking close at the moment. They could pull it off. Oh yeah, I mean the front is going down, but I don't want to say anything. Yep, Vlad does go down. Literally 10 seconds after the ball. There's a triple kill coming out from the Pulse though.
Late round is a bit scuffed at the moment, but I mean 2 versus 2, very possible. We are going to see Pulse trying to defuse, and Ayana has to try and push it before Pulse before it's too late. She doesn't find it!
Oh my gosh.
That is unlucky from the side of Guardians Alpha. A bullet away, and it just didn't land.
So
it just didn't land.
That was really, that's just really unfortunate, to be honest. I mean, the fact that you were able to pull the plant off to begin with the Pulse just sat a room away was quite interesting. That's good on them. And I'm very confused about where the attackers are actually coming from there. The Ayana was so far away when the plant went down that by the time she was able to get to the position, they had hold on her anyways, which is really unfortunate. I mean, they were able to get that utility down. They got the intel, they got into sight really, really quickly, which is very nice to see. I mean, they definitely knew what their attack was.
Yeah.
But they didn't hold that aggression until the last 30 seconds. They kind of got that map control, but didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah,
which is a very common thing.
Yeah, and I completely agree with you. I mean, what were the attackers holding, or what was the aim of their hold there? Because obviously, as we saw, Ayana was clearly in a position there to deny the plant because of where the plant was and where she was positioned. But obviously the other, I have no idea what the others were trying to do. Anyway, let's not dwell on last round. We go basement for the second round here. AOG 1-0 up.
I mean, I don't really have much more to say about this. I mean, the defense side actually is a pretty interesting pick. I mean, we haven't got the smoke like what we typically see playing in the elbow position. I mean, the Jaeger ban does probably influence that a little bit, but we do see a Warden in play, which is interesting.
Well,
but
you say the Jaeger ban might influence that.
Yeah.
We still have Wamai on the board. Wamai is
still
open in play.
Wamai is, I know it's useful, but it has got like a little time thing to it, so it does take.
True.
It's not like an instant denial, I suppose.
Warden gets himself taken down here from a grenade, and then we see an instant refrag onto Capital 4 versus 4 man advantage restored, all players at full health. Iron looking to play aggressive on the head holes. Not really much more going on here. Droning.
No.
Once again, all AOG players on site, not overextending, not overaggressing in the slightest. They really are just trying to hold down the site as much as possible.
I mean, both of these teams seem to be very like defensive teams. I mean, we've seen the attackers take control and then just sitting there and waiting, but we also seen the defenders sitting and waiting for the attackers. So we're kind of at a constant stalemate by the seemings of it. We're not seeing the defenders know where these attackers are. They can push it. They do get the kills through, however. I mean, it's a 3v3 with 1 minute 30 on the board.
And then it's just a refrag. I mean,
yeah.
That's really, it's going to be a game of refrags here. Does it happen once again? Yes, it does. No, it doesn't, sorry.
Right.
It all just collapsed at once.
I feel like we're going to see a common theme of everything collapsing at once here. I mean, I don't want to jinx it too early or like call anything here, but just like these previous 2 rounds,
I think
gone very similar. It's just
you're onto something.
I think I might be. I feel like these teams, they're being so close on the standings, are very similar in play style, and I think it might just not go in their favour here. But also, it could mean we get quite a long game since it is working really well on the defensive side. You could probably see it working on the reverse. So I honestly don't have any predictions yet on this game.
No, neither. I mean,
I haven't got anything to predict so far.
It's still early doors. I mean, it's when it gets to 3, like round 3, round 4 is when you can start making your predictions. But obviously, as it stands,
yeah.
This could go any way. I mean, Guardians Alpha are a more than capable roster of winning these next 2 rounds. But also AOG clearly are the more capable roster of then keeping the momentum and the lead they have. And clearly they're sort of less aggravated, less, sort of holding strategy is working, because I mean, Guardians Alpha are quite clearly struggling to get onto site, struggling to even, work with any space they have. I mean, they can have all the map control in the world, as we saw in round 1, and I mean, even really round 2. I mean, round 2 was a bit scuffed because they all went from bunker. But round 1, take for example, they had all the map control in the world, and they still couldn't really do much with it.
Exactly. Hopefully they kind of get their socks up a little bit and actually start working with it. They clearly have the fundamentals to be a really, really good team here. Because see, like, they're really using their utility, really using their intel. They have really good operator picks and all that, all that kind of fun stuff. They know how to take control. The problem is they don't know what to do with it, which is like very, very key part to actually winning these rounds.
Exactly. Yeah.
But all they need is this kind of team to work together. They know they're all holding things, but I don't think they're actually communicating as to what they're holding. So no one knows where to push in or how to rotate or what's actually going on. And it seems they're missing one crucial element. I mean, we get the frag coming through from the side of the attackers. I mean, the man up now, the 1 eye off the ball, which is a huge pick. As I said earlier, is a time-based gadget. That's so much utility off the board now, very early on, which could be very beneficial for the side of the attackers, especially with the Capital, the Zoff, and the nades all on board.
Yeah, well, 3 versus 5 now. Pulse also. We do love a Claymore kill. We don't see him as much anymore in competitive play, but we do love a Claymore kill now and again. Well, as I said previously, Guardian Alpha are perfectly capable of snatching back these rounds and snatching back the momentum into their favour. And I mean, they could just be doing so. I mean, we may as well count his army off the board at this point. She's probably around like 9 or 10 HP here. Guardians Alpha are still full HP. All members of the team alive. But now it's just 1 minute and 20 seconds. Guardians Alpha looks sort of kind of pushed back. They're getting a breach open now. Not really much more they can do as that AOG can do other than just hold and pray. But I mean, this could go badly. This really could go badly here.
I still don't know what to predict though, because just over these past 2 rounds, I mean, by the looks of it, they have such good control here, they have such movement, they've got the man advantage. But I have a feeling the second one person pushes in, everyone's dead again. I really don't know what to expect here. I mean, yeah, we got the first kill coming up from the side of the defenders, and it's now a 3v4 with 46 seconds left on the clock. They have to make a push here. They have to start moving. Which
yeah,
they are.
Which. Yeah, they most definitely are making those moves, and we are going to see a grenade coming out. Doesn't find the player in bathroom. The player does remain, it does get swung, but Zofia does find the refrag, gets herself quite low. Now it's 1 versus 4. All up to Cade. No C4 in hand.
The glass shot it, that's why. Because she saw that. And it was like either the Cades or the Echo through a C4. Did the Echo have C4 through it? It's Kai. It's Kai. I don't know why I thought. Mind me, it's been a long day. Anyway,
Oh, but
happy
it's
for that round.
So it was a very nice shot from
yeah.
From Cade there.
That was yeah. I don't know.
Well, as I did say, Guardians Alpha more than capable of snatching back the rounds, and they could just be starting to do that now. We go back to Kidstorm, the the site that Guardians Alpha tried to attack first, and it didn't go too well, did it? Yeah, it most certainly did not go too well for them.
It went decently for them. I mean, they definitely had that, like, they had the flow, they had the movement, they knew what they were doing. It just came down to time. Hopefully this time they will know from that and try and play off of it a little easier. But also maybe the defenders realised, okay, we were holding everything to the best ability. Maybe this time we should, you know, play a little bit more off site. Because as I mentioned previously, they're just leaving the entirety of bottom floor free for the attackers, and with Flores and Thatcher off the board, all you have to do is kind of have someone in main lobby, like meeting, main lobby, stairs, that kind of area, just to stop that classroom push to give it to get that breach open. Having that breach open is like the main part of getting this attack down, and if they can't do that, then it's gonna go very in favour of the defense side. The part they were able to break that last round is honestly on a whim. Like that could have gone either way. In all honesty, the plant went down, the diffuser nearly stopped by a singular bullet. It could have gone either way.
Could have gone either way, exactly.
Yeah, depending on how they run this round, it could go the complete opposite, or it could stay the same. I mean, the defensive side seems very, very similar. I don't think I'm seeing any variation here. We still see the Pulse playing below, but Pulse is playing very solo right now, and the Sophia is aware of that, so we do see the intel coming through the droning to try and clear out this Pulse.
Pulse is going to try and run out. Is there another Claymore? No, there's not. There was,
but it didn't kill him!
Oh no!
But he died anyway!
He died in the second. That's the second time he's tried to do it.
He camped the Claymore and still. Oh my. That is so unfortunate from that Pulse, honestly. But man should be playing a bit more passive, especially if he's that main plant denial for the side of the defensive. He's playing below with the C4. He's the only one playing in the room.
He didn't even use the C4.
And he runs out. Man, if you're gonna run out, play someone else.
Agreed though. I mean, he didn't even really use a C4.
No,
he didn't use a C4, he died with a C4 in his hand. I mean, you can't really do much more. Well, it doesn't really matter now. Guardians Alpha are looking to try and push. Opening up now. Garage wall? What am I? What the attic wall? I've been playing too many.
One of those days.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know what's going on.
Neither really. I mean, we've got a minute and 20 left in the round, and we have just got on the Cade Claw. Well, I think we got the Cade Claw off the wall here, and now we're looking to get the breach open. I mean, once again, now we look at the side of AOG. Really aren't extending too much now. They are just playing to their strength. We have two people in attic, and one goes down to the Iana. Guardians Alpha with the advantage, a big advantage now.
We've got both breaches open here. It's a 4v3 situation. The attacker's definitely in this advantage here. They just have to use it. 40 seconds left. It's such a close round. So at the end, it's a 4v2. Both breaches open. They have to use it. But they can't push.
Not much more they can do here. Iana does go down to 1 HP.
That should have been a kill.
Nearly escaped death. Life flashed before the eyes, but Valkyrie once more finds Habana, does down a not full kill, though does look back to try and kill the Iana. All defenders now really trying to waste time, all holding 2 versus 3. Valkyrie does look to play a bit more aggressive, does find 1, does find 2, can he find the last? On the kid's door window, goes back to the attic window, does drop down, it's a 1 versus 1. And it's Guardians Alpha. No, sorry, AOG.
Oh my.
It's AOG to win it.
Sorry, I'm gonna be a little criticizing here, but
go
the
for
Iana,
it.
who had like full control of attic, was holding that Valkyrie in position. Obviously, when you vault a window, it's gonna make a sound cue, and I'm pretty sure that's what Valk played off of there. Was able to push it into attic, use the holes that the Habana opened herself to kill the 2 players holding a trophy. That one rotate, despite being on 1 health, could have still held that pressure because the Valkyrie realistically knew they had hit, but That was really unfortunate. A very poor decision there to rotate out, but it happens. I mean, they were kind of stuck at a stalemate. Trying to get that rotate to get on that kid, but to try and take the Valkyrie was probably a smart decision. But at the same time, it did let the Valk just wipe that entire team.
Yeah, well.
Which is really. It's unfortunate, but the rounds are so good. Like, even up until that last second, I really didn't know what was happening because I thought they had this massive advantage. They were definitely taking up so much control. They had the utility now. They had the user, they had man advantage. They had everything they needed, and then they just kind of throw it all away in the last 40 seconds.
Exactly,
it's
I
really
agree.
unfortunate because like both teams here definitely have like the potential to absolutely wipe the other, but it is just by pure luck and pure time that the defensive are just playing smart here. I think they've kind of picked up on that fact and they're just kind of waiting. And they don't have to push because they know the attackers aren't going to either, and it's just... I'm not really sure what else to say.
I said around round 3 or 4 we will be able to make predictions. It's now round 5. What are our predictions for this match then?
I haven't got a clue, I'll be honest with you. I feel like
I'm gonna have to say my predictions is going in the way of AOG.
See, I would say the same. However, basing it on how the current attackers are playing, I feel like they'd be really good on defense.
I mean,
the Pulse again. Being the first.
Is he trying to run out again?
I probably. Can we give this guy something other than a UMP? He's gonna run out.
And Guardians Alpha just quickly getting these picks, and another one. Does he find one more? No, he doesn't. Iana, only death now on the side of Guardians Alpha, but I take that back.
They're reinforcing.
Bit of a late setup, and now it's a 3 versus 1. I mean, this round's gone so quick. Oh, I mean, but not impossible. Warden with the shotgun can play close and doesn't find it. Guardians Alpha play that quicker. It was just a bit of a rush, and it all just went a bit wrong for the side of AOG. Right, as we were saying, I mean, this could probably go on in the side from a coach point of view. From my point of view as a coach in Rainbow Six Siege, this can still go either way.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Guardians Alpha can be, from looking at their attacks, can be a very good defensive side, but also AOG can be a very good attacking side, which makes it really, really hard to decide which team could do better.
Right, I want to see this Sayonara guy on like Ash or something.
Oh my god.
Man wants to play. Let the man play the game. Get him off of Pulse. Why is he on Pulse? He clearly does not want to be on Pulse. You know, it's like a rock paper scissors decision or like a last minute thing.
Or he's a sub.
All that.
We didn't think he's a sub playing.
Because just judging off his playstyle, this man is a fragger. Like he's either a fragger or he's a frag flex. He is not like a support flex. Like I'm not really sure what else to say.
Oh well, there's no point. I mean, trying to guess at this point. We need to wait. The only way we're gonna find out is by watching and just waiting. In basement once again, then AOG are gonna try it one more time. I mean, fair play to them. That's what I say.
I mean, I don't blame them. It's so unpredictable right now.
That gave me a heart attack.
That
really scared me for a second. I thought
that was like 3 kills if man actually detonated it.
I know. Anyway, this Warden is still trying to peek at here, and we go 4 versus 5. A nice shot from the Azami, who does get taken out by a nade, and so does the Warden. Warden gets taken out by a nade. Warden gets taken out by the Maverick. 4 versus 3, yeah.
It's just so.
They're just overextending now.
Do you have everyone sitting on this one door? Oh, we have the Zombie, and Tower.
We do. At this point here, and another nade kill. Can we get a third? At that point there, I mean, I really would have reinforced off blue then, because I mean, they're gonna take control of that, but I mean, not really much more you can do. Flash, flash? No, sorry, impact. Impact goes out, does take a little bit of damage on Diana. Not much though, and Pulse, he still does have that C4 in pocket, but does die, and Zoe is in the pillar. Of course she's in the building. It's been one of those days. One Maestro versus the world. Does find the Iana. This is very winnable, but as I say that, Zoff, what is this? What is that view?
Oh my gosh.
Right, this is where things can get interesting.
I still don't have predictions.
Neither. This is
3-3 split. Oh gosh. Right. We're gonna pretend that last half didn't happen. Fresh new. You know. Right.
This is exactly where things can get very interesting now.
I actually.
Guardians Alpha on the defense.
I mean, it is known that.
Defenders, protect your bomb.
Well, their attacking was slow. But hey, maybe they have like really busted strategies and they're gonna absolutely rock the shit. And they're running a shield, which is the first time I'm actually seeing a shield being run this game, which is very interesting for Oregon. It's very
I mean, I thought
utility.
Yeah, I thought AOG not running any sort of smoke or you know, smoke AOG not running smoke at all is what I meant to say on any site was quite interesting. Not once did they even attempt to play smoke, and I mean, I know it's Oregon and you know, is now quite a basic map, a pretty standard map, but I mean, I think you need to bring the smoke anyway, because smoke is so just, you put him in any position and he can be a very good operator. Close range, he has a shotgun. Mid to long range, depending how good your aim is, he's got the SMG-11. Any sort of denial, he's got his smoke canisters. And then obviously then he has that shield for someone to play behind, which then gives them, ultimately gives them protection. So I thought it was really interesting that they didn't bring him.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think they kind of run the pulse instead and try to play that off as a plant denial kind of situation, but it's not just plant denial that Smoke's good, it's also entry denial, control, movement, everything. Like, he's a really, really good pick. And especially in Oregon, it's such a strong operator to bring. I mean, he has so much control, especially over the bottom floor. As we've seen in most basic strategies, we see like the elbow hold, which didn't work for like very frequently in the last half, because they kind of just ran a warden in there to deny the flashes, and then that was it. We did see so many nades kills and stuff coming through. Oh, the cap can.
Oh, that's
Oh, that is unfortunate. I don't think that didn't kill him, to be honest with you. That was a stacked cap can, and that was the smoke. As you were saying, that was a massive first pick coming out from the attackers. That is so much utility off the board.
Agreed. I mean,
really
as you said, massive first pick, but also from a very nice shot.
Yeah, that was a nice little peek.
Well, this round could now go. I mean, we've been saying this entire game can now go either way here. Is Twitch going to sacrifice her drone, or is she going to... Oh, no, she's not. Oh, she's
bullying someone.
Oh, the good old days when you could kill someone with a Twitch drone. The good old days.
Even now, I don't know what to predict. I'm trying to like discuss like what team is doing what, but it just seems to be running into each other. I mean, that was a nice attempt, but there's 3 people in freezer, right? Or 2 or 3 at least.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really do much there, can you? I mean, we say that, and Twitch, Sledge does get himself killed and Twitch downed as well. Iana is using her drone gun, trying to look to get inside, does find one behind the bomb. Right, an easy kill in a vulnerable position, and does find it. 3 versus 1. We've said every time it's not impossible, but I mean, cast curse, it is impossible, and as I say it, very much impossible.
A lot more like aggressive from the attack side now. That was like a nice change. I mean, they took control a lot quicker than we did see previously, and also were actually able to use it. I mean, they were a bit slow trying to gather that intel, and then the guy on that bomb they knew was there for so long didn't try to take it out. They had nades and stuff, which unfortunate, but when they were able to get it eventually. Really nice swing from Freezer, just kill onto Smoke. I'm not sure why Smoke was peeking Freezer. I mean,
Smoke doing smoke things. I mean,
yeah, I think
the SMG-11 is deadly. I mean, could be trying to go for a one-tap.
I am happy to see the Sayonara on the Iana though. We actually get to see what this guy can do.
Yeah, I mean, pulse runouts are okay. until they're at long range, and then you can't really do much there.
No,
So-
if you're... Yeah, I mean, we did see like...
AOG are looking to be the more aggressive roster, which I think is interesting. As obviously I thought Guardians Alpha would be sort of more the better of the rosters coming into this match, and I mean I've definitely most definitely been proved wrong.
I mean, I'm glad the one prediction I made about this man being a fragger was correct, and that's the only thing I'm going to be correct about this entire game. I will take it. I will take my money. But hopefully it continues forward. I mean, we did see him get majority of the frags in that previous round, and
Yeah.
that's what got them through, but it could be flipped. You know, we don't know. I don't know. Usually I know, but I don't know. I mean, definitely got a heavy roam going on, which is, again, different from what we've seen previously. We've got two players playing below, so they're going to have to try and flush this out to be able to take control of the top floor. But they didn't have
Yeah,
one
I mean, I think you've summed everything up pretty well there. I mean,
yeah.
Two players are playing below, as we haven't seen previously. I mean, this could just be a time-wasting act, or this could be a purpose placement of players there to get those kills, which I think is probably the likely option, or both of which are the likely options. Barna going to be wasting two of our fidget spinners to get rid of the Rooney gate. 3 flashes still in pocket for her as well, and does now know one is sitting in kitchen. And also now one in attic, taking a lot of damage. That was Cade. Flashes and flashes and flashes, and now grenades, and could be a kill. Or no kill. We've seen enough grenade kills in this match already.
We still fucking see more, to be honest. Oh, that's the Romai taken down. Is that bottom floor control now? In the
I believe so.
Taking out the
No, not just yet. Not just yet. They have to
true.
flush out this Aruni, which have done their job of roaming quite well. I mean, they will probably sit down there to get a kill, which they haven't done, but also just to waste time. And I mean, 1 minute left on the board and nothing's really happening on site. I'd say they've done their job pretty damn well. They are going to try and Iana is going to try and catch one walking up to blue, and just a bit too late, and back in security. Blue, sorry, white.
Nice.
Didn't play too much, shall they? Does find one.
Nice.
Does find the other. Very well done from Iana. Now it's a 2 versus 5. 3. Oh, Iana is really. Oh.
Never put this fucker on pulse again. Alright, I don't know who owns this team. Do not put that muster on pulse again.
Yeah, I mean, you summed that up. I mean, why was he playing pulse if he's pulling things like that?
Those shots were so clean. Like, man went from one kill to another, so you had the fluid movement there. That, like, this is the only thing that's like made this game exciting, is seeing this guy on an entry frag. I'll be honest with you.
I mean,
like, everything else is so linear, and it's happening consistently, and we're seeing the strategy within the room, and the room was well done. They wasted 2 minutes of the time, but the second the Ayana was able to get one pick, the rest were cleared out, and
can we also just admire how clean and nice looking the Black Ices look on these amazing graphics? So I've just noticed that, and that they are. Just looks so nice.
Good.
Yeah, true. Anyway, one of what could be the second to last round. We're in basement. Guardians Alpha pulling out the smoke again. Good. Let's see if Smoke wants to try and peek Freezer again. That's all I can really say.
Hopefully not. But Smoke do funny things, you know. Smoke players get bored, I suppose. I don't know what else to say for that.
Iana is looking to move quickly, move swiftly. As we're already in shower 90 and going to be pushing towards security and what is probably going to be walking down laundry. When the other sort of AOG players may be looking to play a bit of info and take their time and assess things that are going on. Sayonara has different plans, different ideas.
I mean, it's so much smoother of an attack. I'm just enjoying. I'm just enjoying something happening. But yeah, they already have like freezer control here, basically. It's a really nice split already coming back to the attack. But there's really not more else to say. We're 1 minute down, 1 minute 40 left, and we have decent control of the attackers. So they're not going for a standard attack. They are going for a bit of a split, but they got what they need. I think this could go again in AOG.
As you said, they are going for a bit of a split push, a bit of a more stretched out attack. Maybe they are just going to try and completely collapse onto the defenders, which is very, very much possible. And we also see they go in, he's going to try and find some damage, doesn't find any. And Iana really now pushed up deep into freezer now. Try and get some shots through the smoke, doesn't find any, and it is all just slowed right down for AOG. They are looking for a push, but Guardians Alpha are just holding them down, holding the one in freezer, holding the laundry hatch, just holding out everything they possibly can. Grenade goes out. Does get rid of Chill, and a lot of damage on Capcom.
I'm not sure. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That's unfortunate. But the refrag does come through, so that.
Quick kills in quick succession.
Yep.
Capcom is still very important. Hitmonmike is still very much. Well, was still very much in that position, and now not more. It's all just happened at once. Now it's a 1 versus 1. Twitch versus Wamai. Wamai sat in free. The Twitch also does have has the diffuser. Does try and get a plant off.
15 seconds remaining.
Might only just get it now. Post plant. Wamai does try and pre-fire. The Twitch though does have the diffuser, the rotate, to be able to get that to safety. And AOG put themselves to match point.
No, I don't think the defense knew where that Twitch actually was. I mean, man was waiting in freezer for the push.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't quite sure what happened at the end. I mean, it all like you blinked and you missed it, and it was a 1 versus 1. It all just happened at once.
There was pistol kills coming through. Like that's how
yeah.
serious that last couple seconds was. I'm kind of struggling to talk over this. I don't really know what's like. I'm still not have predictions. It's 6-3. I mean, AOG are definitely probably. Well, honestly, definitely. I want to say them are more likely to take this through. I mean, especially on this attack side now, we're seeing so much more strength coming through. I mean, I thought we were going to see GRDX with a really strong defensive side, but however, we actually just see AOG with a really good attack. I think that's kind of focus here. And it is nice. I mean, hopefully GRDX can take a few pointers here. Like they're doing the splits in a similar kind of concession as the other team did. However, they're actually pushing forward. They're actually going for these frags. They have the intel. They're playing off of it. They're not just getting intel and then letting it sit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, you've summed it up perfectly. They just AOG are just clearly a very good attacking roster, and obviously Sayonara clearly wasn't happy on the pulse. But Guardians Alpha normally are quite a good attacking, defending, sorry, roster, and I mean it's quite unusual to see them be at such a loss or such a on the back foot, shall we say, on the defensive side. But nonetheless, it doesn't really matter too much now of what's happening. It just matters how they're going to change things, because I mean, if they haven't changed anything, then it's going to go to AOG in this match.
I mean, who knows? I mean, the last time they went on the site, it was quite close, but the Ayana was able to just clutch it up by taking out the roamers and just running up instantaneously. So, as long as they take care of the Ayana, who's the only person roam clearing right now, it could go inside the defense.
Well, we did just see a self-flash. I'm really not sure what happens there, and then followed up by a kill. I mean, I'm really not sure what's going on the side of both these rosters.
Roam clear gone, but they have asset control, so that is.
well, 2 in attic, 2 taking damage from smoke. We still don't know what's in the canister, so we're just gonna have to see what AOG can do. And we do
that was
see
a nice reaction there.
Frost injured. Now is aware of Frost being injured and does find one, but isn't aware of the other one pushing, and that's now Twitch and Habana injured. 2 versus 3 now. AOG. We've seen them do it before. That was a very nice shot from the Twitch. I'll give you that one.
Nice shot, but Greedy's trying to shoot those
Yeah,
toes,
we're trying
ignoring the fact that everyone knows where they are now. I'm gonna get the pick up anyway, probably.
Yeah, Twitch is very much safe. Is
Oh,
able
nice.
to be revived and man advantage restored. Barna probably just gonna be trying to play for some info, and big window now opened from a big swing. That was quite risky, and Barna now dead, and Twitch finds herself killed as well. All that work to getting people revived for nothing.
15 seconds remaining.
Surge unaware of the one player of the player playing Kidsdorm, unaware of the also unaware of the one playing top white. Now it's 1 versus 3. This could go. This is most likely going in the way of Guardians Alpha.
Yeah.
And as such happens.
I mean, yeah, as I said previously, they were able to take out their room clear, and that allowed them then to go for that late push up the white stairs and hold so much control of that main window, which is, I believe, one of their main entry points there. I mean, it was nice picks coming out as well, and unfortunately, the attackers managed to flash themselves and then consistently walk into attic, take control, but cleared out. It's just unfortunate. But it's 6-4. It's still match point. It can still be turned around. We're going down to laundry supply, which has so far gone both times in favor of AOG, if I'm not mistaken.
Defenders, protect
I
your
mean,
bombs.
both times with really nice clean kills. So hopefully, you know, we'll finish off with AOG, but also GRDX could change it up a little bit and actually have some chance. I don't know.
Yeah, well, as you said, back into laundry. Guardians Alpha maybe trying to look to switch things up, or maybe just try and turn their luck around. I mean, we are still on match point. They have to play their cards right. They have to play everything perfectly,
10 seconds left before
or this match is over.
5 seconds to insertion.
Hopefully, right?
Attackers are
Like,
moving out.
typically, yeah, we have seen obviously the exact same attack every single time that they played this. We've gone from the down to white stairs, freeze stairs, whatever, and taking control that way. Where we also have taking control as well. Hopefully, we do see the defenders playing off of that a little bit and not just following a script, because that's kind of where a lot of defensive teams fall behind, is they're not adjusting to the way the attackers are pushing, and it does appear to be the same thing again. I mean, they're going for the exact same attack, and not a single defender has moved to try and stop this or prevent this. It's almost
They have,
identical.
however, got barricade on
Wow,
top
barricade.
freezer. Well,
It will provide some intel, slows down a little bit, but I mean, we still see that Ayana really strongly holding up in freezer now. They know what
Actually, the
know what they
cam is
are,
now
but-
aware. One person is, however, playing in freezer this time. He is on top of the box. Diana has to play in the correct position, or else she will be found. And
Oh, never mind. Is that the mirror player? Playing behind the mirror
Sayonara.
window.
No, he was playing on the Aruni was playing on the box, looking to try and kill Sayonara. However, Sayonara says no, thank you, not today, and kills her. Grenade does go out. Does it find someone? No. Whammy disc does find the grenade.
I thought I was gonna get pulled into somebody else there.
Yeah,
I'm not
so
sure.
did I for a second. AOG looking to close out this match now. They are going to try and just get things done as quickly as possible. Sayonara, he's still in this freezer, and no one from Guardians Alpha is going to try and remotely stop him. I mean, why would you? It's Sayonara. 5 versus 3 now from a self C4. How have we managed that?
That is so unfortunate.
How have we managed that?
That is a panic C4.5 if I've ever seen one. Oh, that is so unfortunate.
How have we managed that in Guardians Alpha? Drone out is now aware of the cave on highway, is also now aware of the sledge, who is on the laundry stairs. flashes out. AOG is going to
running
try and
into
finish
bringing
things
a
out that
flash
end.
is an interesting decision.
Yeah, well, Sayonara does find one. Can he find the last? And yes, he can. It wasn't Sayonara to close things out.
Good.
But it's
Somebody
AOG
else,
to take the match.
Oh, still the kill. I was Sayonara's kill.
No,
Well
I mean,
done,
could
Kitchen.
you imagine the scenes of Sayonara closing the match out? Could not be allowed. Well, that was an interesting match. AOG does are the victors of the match, though. I mean, that was very much interesting.
I didn't know what to even say for almost half of that. Usually I can go into the first round and know exactly how it's going to go, but not a single round did I know how it was going to go. Not the game. I didn't know the rounds were going to happen. That was a very interesting game.
Certainly interesting. There was certainly some interesting plays, such as the self C4 but I mean, on the whole, actually, ignoring the little mistakes that were quite funny, did make the game quite comedic. Overall, both teams did play very well. AOG, I mean, why Sayonara was on pulse in the first place? They could have gone completely flawless through the first half of the game. Well, it baffles me, but I mean, whatever works for your team works for your team. Clearly, it worked for them.
Yeah. But anyways, it was a great game and well done to AOG. However, we are going to go have a bit of a break now before we go on to the next game, which I believe is White Tigers versus Blue Jays.
Yes, it is.
So we will see you guys. Well, I'm not sure if I'll be here, but Velocity will be.
You'll still have me casting. We will see you. We'll see you after the break.